Rugby Championship Round 1 Rugby 365's acclaimed writer Paul Dobson gives us his view on the second match of the four-nation tournament. Your guess is as good as mine. A while ago, you would have had no doubt that South Africa would win. It may not be by a lot, but they would win. After all, that's what good teams do. But that all started to change in 2015. In the Rugby Championship in 2015 and 2016, South Africa played Argentina 4 times. The result 2-2, and one of Argentina's 2 was in Durban. In 19 matches before Durban, the two teams had met 19 times and the Pumas had never won. Then they won 2 of the next 5. It is anybody's guess. But then you say yes, but look at what happened in June. It was a new Springboks team, one with spirit. True, South Africa beat a French team, weakened by the top 14 final, in 3 home tests and comfortably 3,714, 3,715 and 3,512. And at the same time, Argentina lost to an England team, weakened by the British and Irish Lions tour, in 2 home tests, 2,535 and 3,438. That suggests that South Africa is in a better state, but they have lost the leader in whom they have great faith, Warren Whiteley, who may just have boosted the Springboks' flagging spirits. Can Eben Etzebeth keep it going? A man with glittering eyes and a different body language from earnest but smiling Whiteley. The Pumas have their established captain Agustin Creevy, an excellent hooker and a ball thief of note. It has been frequently said that the Pumas are not the Jaguars. Playing for Jaguars was a job of work, but playing for the Pumas is a patriotic act of great fervor. You will have seen the ardor with which they end their anthem. Coronados de Gloria vivamos, o jurimos con Gloria mora. The choice life with the crown of glory or glorious death. What will the tactics be? Will Nicolas Sanchez kick so shrewdly that the Springbok defense becomes increasingly jittery? Will the Springboks lift the tempo so much that the Pumas become confused and defensive? The Pumas of old scrummed and mauled, and did not seem to have anything positive to do after that. Daniel Arcade's Pumas are different. They're players who can strike in a flash, the way their ancestors could not. The forwards on both sides are likely to be as adept at getting possession and making sure that the opposing packer has no leeway. The critical part may be what happens after that, and a great deal of that depends on the halfbacks Ross Kronia and Elton Yankees for South Africa and Martin Landerho and Nicolas Sanchez for Argentina. Here a combination of efficiency and creativity could be a winning recipe. Players to watch for South Africa: at fullback, Andries Coetzee has speed and flair, and often with the space to use both. You would want to watch Jan Serfontein, hoping fervently that he can play the exciting way he played against France, the Bulls' heavy Jocasta side. And who would not want to watch each one of the Springboks? Will we see the flashing eyes and menacing smile of South Africa's giant captain, Eben Etzebeth for Argentina, like his Springbok counterpart Pumas fullback Joaquin Tuculet plays with speed and flair, and often with the space to use both. You always notice Agustin Creevy with the apologetic look and slightly embarrassed gait that hide a man of courage, strength and skill beyond his precision at line-out and his strength in scrums. Head-to-head, there is always a battle between scrum halves: Martin Landerho playing his 70th test, Ross Kronia his 3rd. Landerho is aggressive, Kronia set on his job. Both are brave. Speed of service will count a great deal, far more important than strutting. Will the difference in experience count? Wings versus wings. Big Emiliano Boffelli and swift, strong Ramiro Miano may prove handfuls for Courtney Skarzan and Raymond Rule, and the two Pumas are sure to want to try them out. In the battle between the two sets of loose forward, there could be a more individual battle between Jaco Kriel and Pablo Matera, both strong, fast and brave. Recent results: 2016 Argentina won 2,624, Salto 2016 South Africa won 3,023, Nelspruit 2015 South Africa won 2,413, London World Cup 3rd place Play-Off 2015 South Africa won 2,612, Buenos Aires 2015 Argentina won 3,725, Durban 2014 South Africa won 3,331, Salto 2014 South Africa won 136, Pretoria 2013 South Africa won 2,217, Mendoza 2013 South Africa won 7,313, Soweto 2012 South Africa and Argentina drew 16 all, Mendoza 2012 South Africa won 276, Cape Town. The results to look at most closely are those of 2015 and 2016. Prediction: Argentina have won 2 of the last 5 games against South Africa after having won none of the previous 19 encounters between the two nations. They will also be searching for consecutive wins against the Springboks for the first time. South Africa are undefeated from the previous 4 fixtures at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, restricting their opponents to just 10 points per game on average at the venue. Argentina will be searching for back-to-back wins for the first time since June 2016 after a 4,529 win against Georgia earlier this year. South Africa head into the game on the back of a 3-game series whitewash against France. The last time they won more games in succession was a 4-game streak during the Rugby World Cup in 2015. However, the Springboks have lost 7 of the last 9 games in the Rugby Championship, including the heaviest home defeat ever in their last such match, 1557 v New Zealand. Argentina enjoyed the most time in possession of any team in the Rugby Championship 2016, 17 minutes 12 seconds per game, as well as boasting the best ruck success rate, 96% of any of the 4 nations. Juan Manuel Leguizamón 77 is poised to equal Pedro Spalda 78 as the 3rd most capped forward in Puma's history. Only Rolando Martin 86 and Mario Ledesma Aracena 84 have played more. Facundo Isa made 85 carries in last year's edition of the tournament, 15 more than any other player, while he gained the most meters of any forward, 361. Jean-Luc Dupreez is yet to miss a tackle for South Africa. He made 2,828 against France during the June Test series, the most of any player to maintain a 100% success rate. Nicolas Sanchez was successful with 20 of 23 attempts at goal in the Rugby Championship 2016, giving him the best goal success rate, 87% of any player to have made more than 3 attempts. It's anybody's guess, but in the belief that the Springbok forwards will get the upper hand, and that the Springbok centres will create opportunities, we suggest that the Springboks will win by 5 points or so. Teams: South Africa 15 Andries Coetzee, 14 Raymond Rhule, 13 Jesse Kriel, the 12th of January Serfontein, 11 Court Karzan, 10 Elton Yankees, 9 Ross Cronje, 8 Uzair Kassim, 7 Jacko Kriel, 6 Sion Thunder Kolisi, 5 Francois Mostert, 4 Eben Etzebeth captain, 3 Coenraad Oosthuizen, 2 Malcolm Marx, 1 Tendai Mountawarira. Replacements: 16 Mabungini Mabonambi, 17 Stephen Kitchoff, 18 Trevor Nakane, 19 Peter Steth Dutoit, 20 Jean-Luc Dupreez, 21 Francois Hugard, 22 Kerwin Bosch, 23 Damien Brallende. Argentina 15 Joaquin Tuculet, 14 Ramiro Millano, 13 Meixas Orlando, 12 Geronimo de la Fuente, 11 Emiliano Boffelli, 10 Nicolas Sanchez, 9 Martin Landerho, 8 Leonardo Senator, 7 Tomas Lezana, 6 Pablo Matera, 5 Thomas Lavanini, 4 Guido Petit, 3 Enrique Pierretto, 2 Agustin Creevy captain, 1 Nahuel Tetaz Chaparro. Replacements: 16 Julian Montoya, 17 Lucas Nogueira, 18 Ramiro Herrera, 19 Marcos Kramer, 20 Javier Ortega Decio, 21 Tomás Cubelli, 22 Juan Martín Hernández, 23 Meixas Moroni. Date: Saturday, the 19th of August 2017. Venue: Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, Port Elizabeth. Kickoff 17.00 15.00 GMT 12.00 Argentina time. Expected weather: partly cloudy with a high of 19 degrees Celsius and a low of 11 degrees Celsius. Referee: Romain Poich, France. Assistant referees: Pascal Gauze, France; Nick Berry, Australia; TM Glenn Newman, New Zealand by Paul Dobson at Rugby365.com. Statistics provided by Opta Sports.